Hi guys, it's Isabel. Welcome to my channel. Today I am creating another layout for Scrap-lift Crafternoon, and the layout that we have decided to scrap lift today was this beautiful, or is this beautiful layout. It was created by Claudia Ressler for My Creative Scrapbook, and what she's done is created sort of like paper origami, making a three-dimensional layout. I absolutely love this look, you guys, and I can't wait to get my own layout created. Now, she does have a larger photo. I'm not sure if this was a 5x7. It doesn't look like it's quite a 4x6, but the photo that I chose was this one of my daughter. It was of last year when we purchased our above ground pool. She pretty much lived in it with me last year, and this photo was right before she was getting in. I snapped the picture of her, and I absolutely love it. I've been waiting to scrap it, waiting for the right papers, actually. And I found this one from the Amy Tangerine that I purchased from peacecraftlove.com. Now, it has this gradient fall into the green. There is a little bit of green above her, so I thought that, you know, it would really work. And then I came across this gradient page that I have. It goes also from the dark to the lighter. So I'm going to use this. Now, on the back of this, I have both colors. It's not in the gradient, but it is a pattern of the colors, and I thought that it would still work really well. So those are the three papers that I'm going to use in order to create this look that Claudia has going on right here. And as far as the embellishments, I haven't actually gone diving into my embellishments. I want to get this background done because I think that's going to be the most challenging piece of this layout. She did border her photo. Now this, I printed off in a 4x6, but I did cut it down about 1/2 inch on both sides. So it sits as a 3.5 by 5.5. It's not a 1/2 inch, guys. I cut 1 inch off of both sides, but a 1/2 inch off of each corner. That's what I meant to say. I'm still getting over my cold. I'm feeling a lot better though. So I'm hoping to start popping out some layouts going forward. But I cannot wait to dive into this. I did pull in my Close to My Heart Lagoon and Glacier because I'm not sure how much embellishments I'm going to be able to find in my stash that kind of coordinate with this paper. So I'm definitely going to border my white. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use the Lagoon or the Glacier. Now, the Lagoon will give me a brighter color, so I might go with the Glacier, just because it, I think, matches better with this greenish color. But I may use both, actually. I might try both. I don't know, we'll see. And so put those aside. This little scrap right here I'm going to utilize to border that. And let me get these cut out. Now, the gradient here that I pulled, I'm thinking I'm going to do my first strip from here, my second strip from the middle, and then down here on the bottom, I'll utilize the third strip. And then whatever I have left over, I would be able to use for this one right here. And I'm going to do the same thing for here. There'll be a first strip, a middle strip, and a bottom strip, just so I can get all the colors in on my layout. Now, I'm not sure what size her squares are, so I'm thinking, I'm not thinking, you guys. You know what I did? I went and got a scrap paper, and I cut it down 1 inch. I cut 5 squares, because she's got 5 squares going across the top, and I made inch squares, 5-inch squares, and then I angled them across the way she has it. It didn't quite come all the way to the end. So I did 2-inch squares, and then that one actually had all 4, and then the 5th one was kind of cut off. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do 1 3/4 inches. It may still be a little bit too big, but I'm going to make it work. Okay, so I've got my pattern. It looks like Claudia has a row of 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so now I gotta get to folding. So what I've decided to do, I realized when I was cutting that the back of my water is going to be showing a little bit, and it's not and it's going to be like white on white, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the glacier just because it has more of the greens from down here, and I'm going to color a piece of that in as well. But to make my folds, I've pulled in my ruler. Now, let me see if I can. Okay, so I'm going to use the lines and just go 2 lines down, which is probably about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to make sure that each end is still on that line. Just going to pull one of my scraps here and fold over. And then from here, hopefully I'm still on camera. Okay, so from here, I'm going to use that same line just to underline the triangle that I have. And then that'll give me the look. But see, since the white is showing a little bit, what I'm going to do, I'm just giving it a little bit of color just so that it's not all white. Nothing too drastic. So when it folds over, it still has a little bit of color. Okay, so that is how these ones are done. I have to be careful because when you go to the next line, see, I want the gradient to be lighter on the bottom. So the way that it's gonna sit is like this. So the way Claudia has it, I wouldn't go and fold it this way. I'm gonna actually fold it from the bottom. So I need to make sure that I flip that around. So these ones sit upside down. And then these would be my next line. These ones are going to be like the top. So I need to make sure that if however I want my paper to sit, I'm definitely going to pay attention to where the fold is. So the fold's going to be on this one. And I want this to kind of just go in an angle as well. So it would sit like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the whole pattern going down, and I will be back. Okay, so this is what I've got. I've got the same amount of squares that she has on her layout. And it looks like the photo goes about right here. I'm going to go ahead and get that back to you. I also come in with the Lagoon in Close to My Heart ink and ink the edges. And then later on, I come in with the Glacier and just kind of go over it and create a darker trim. Now to get my squares laid down, I'm going to use my T-ruler on the top and just kind of go across so that I know at least my squares are in a straight line. Once I get the top layer down, I can move the ruler out and then kind of just continue on with the pattern. Okay, so this is what it looks like now that it's down. I am going to get the photo on. It looks like it's probably about right here. But because it's overlapping, I am going to put some fun foam on the back of it. So once I get that down, I did shift it over to the left a little bit just to give me some space on the right side of the photo for some embellishments because Claudia has some sitting there and it was a little bit too close to the edge. For the honeycomb that she has placed on the bottom of the layout, I'm going to use cactus, and I'm going to place more cacti around the whole layout, kind of placing my embellishments in similar areas that Claudia has hers. Now, it's not going to be 100% the same just because we are using different embellishments. Not only from the Heidi Swap collection, I also bring in a Thickers collection where I get my title from. It's going to be Hey Sunshine. And then I also, from the Thickers sheet, pull in some hearts that I place under the photo. But I kind of go back and forth. I'm just trying to look for stickers that I think are relevant to the day. I find a sun, which has a little bit of yellow, and it kind of makes me a little bit happy because it allows me to add another color to the layout. So I want to start pulling in some more of those yellows. I find some yellow borders, some frames where I'm able to place some yellow inside of them. This one frame that I'm working on is for the date. I'm just pretty much going to stick to the colors that I'm working with, and then kind of just, if it has word phrases on it, make sure that it's still relevant to what the photo is showing, which is my daughter having a great day on a weekend. Not only do I use the 2 sticker sheets that I'm pulling from, but I also bring in a Simple Stories ephemera collection. It has a lot of summertime items in it. I just pull a couple of things from there. I like a water hose, some scuba gear that I put on the side of the photo, and then like a lemonade pitcher. And Claudia has like snails and bees placed throughout her layout. I kind of wanted to put some kind of insect or bug on mine, and I found some fireflies in that Simple Stories collection. So I've got those, just a couple of them on my layout to bring in some bugs. And not only am I trying to work with the embellishments similar to Claudia, but she has some stitching on the bottom and the right hand side of her layout. I am going to mimic that stitching. I'm just going to use a teal color thread that I have. It's kind of just sitting in my sewing stash. And I'm going to freestyle the design, the pattern. I'm just going to do dashes and then create almost like a heartbeat look. That's kind of what I was thinking when I was drawing it. But it's very simple. And then I take my piercing tool and just pierce the actual pattern for my stitch, just so that my needle can go in and out of that paper a little bit smoother than having to force it. But that is going to be the layout once I'm done, you guys. If you have time, head on over to Instagram and check out Claudia's Instagram page. She's got a lot of phenomenal work, you guys. There is so much creativity that it's inspiration for days. Her link is attached in my description box to head on over there. Also, if you guys have time, check out the other ladies that are scrap lifting today. If some of us are unable to participate due to vacation or just taking some time off, their links will still be below, so that you can actually go over and see what they've been up to. You guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping by. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked how this one turned out. I do. I really like how I did this one. And I really appreciate Claudia for allowing us to scrap lift her today, because I could not create this by myself. It is just amazing. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Once again, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Go and give all the other ladies some love as well. And I will see you guys on another day. Actually, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a Mixed Media Monday layout. Until then, you guys take care. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you soon. Bye.